Today, I want to talk about energy, a crucial factor which has significantly contributed to my spiritual development and to my physical and mental well being these past few years. First, I would like to briefly share what I have learned about energy, a very important theme in the Buddha teaching. As most of you already know, energy is the third factor of the seven awakening factors. It also one of the five faculties, one of the five powers, and a factor of the Noble Eightfold Path. So the Buddha is very emphatic about energy. Indeed, energy needs to be developed within the context of all these factors that I just mentioned. I also learned that energy is both physical and mental. In our society these days, we know more about physical energy because of increased consciousness about health issues. Keeping fit and in good health through proper exercise and suitable food. Then there is mental energy, of which there are of many types. Often, however, it is largely goal-oriented energy or willpower. We come from a very goal-oriented society with goal-oriented attitudes. So we usually bring those attitudes with us to spiritual practice. How much of our aspiration, our motivation for coming to spiritual practice is to achieve a particular result. So if we want to continue with practice, we need to ease ourselves out of the concept-dominated and goal-oriented attitude. Further, this quality of energy, this assertion, this putting forth of effort has two aspects to it: the development of energy itself and the development of right, skillful, or joyous effort. And today I want to focus on the first aspect, which is the development of energy itself. So before I go to detail about this topic, I want to share my struggle with a low scattered energy in my early monastic life. As a baby nun, I made a mistake of putting aside the Buddha's fundamental teachings on the 37 Age to Awakening, especially the teaching on energy and how to develop my own energy for my practice, but jump in to study philosophy instead. Another mistake I also made was to only focus on the state of my mind while doing meditation and completely forget about my body. Since we all know that body and mind are interrelated, if my body is not in good physical condition, my mind is not very clear, not very energized. Like most people who are influenced by the current trend, I mistakenly thought that the bigger portion I ate, the more energy I gained due to my fast metabolism. On the contrary, I often experience mental and physical fatigue and got sick a few times a year. As a result, I felt unmotivated, lazy, and discouraged. Getting up around 4:45 a.m. was a big challenge for me. I also had to track myself to the meditation hall for practice. And I had hardly had any joy in my practice. So very fortunately, a few years ago, I realized the mistake I made. I decided to go back to study the essence of the Buddha teachings and to apply them into my daily lives. in order to build a strong foundation for my study and practice. This marked a turning point in my spiritual and personal development and growth. It also had a very positive impact on my energy, physical, and mental health. Through many aspects of my daily practice, such as karma abiding and insight meditation, pausing and slowing down, walking meditation, discovering and exploring different ways to rouse or conserve energy, guarding the six senses, and learning how to look after myself and care for my well-being, and so on. I noticed the development of my natural energy support, nourish, and empower the increased development of other factors. More calm leads to more awareness, to more joy, to deeper faith, to better concentration and deeper investigation. Thus, the factor of awakening begin to gain momentum in my spiritual practice, and I can see the possibility of awakening increases. Lastly, I want to share a few additional key factors that have helped me conserve my physical and mental energy for practice. Putting appropriate energy into what I know is worthy will give rise to joy and clarity. So I need to establish a yes boundary around which I truly want to pursue with aspiration and maintain it with investigation and recollection. For example, when I reflect on the verse 282 in the Dhammapada Sutra, wisdom springs from meditation. Without meditation, wisdom declines. So I try to not to miss any of my meditation session unless I'm ill. And I show up for practice not because of getting perfect attendance or my commitment. Keeping a balance of for physical posture, such as sitting, lying down, walking, and standing throughout the day, or during winter retreat, and keep good posture play a big part in developing energy. It put my body in a position when its energy to circulate in a bright and calm way. For example, when I put more energy into walking meditation, going for a walk, or stretching before practice, it gives the quality of my sitting meditation much more clarity and vitality. Being a reliable and trustworthy person makes me feel good, confident, and energetic, as I learn not to overcommit myself to do things that are beyond my capacity or limited time. Being truthful to myself helped me become fearless and gain more clarity, energy, and inner peace. It made my life easier, less complicated, and a lot more beautiful. When I realized that emotion and affliction drains my energy away, honesty helped me deal with my emotion and affliction directly and effectively instead of denying or suppressing them. I'm happy that the increasing balance and natural energy in myself has deepened my faith in the Buddha teachings and strengthening my physical and mental health for my spiritual endeavor the past few years. Thank you for listening.